fight fans, I'm Seattle Micah Fights with Friends, and this is the inaugural episode of the main event. 5 news stories from around the combat world and a preview of next week's upcoming card. Please hit that like button if you like what we do here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you ring that bell so you're notified every time we drop a new video or go live, like for this Saturday's UFC 262 podcast. Let's get it on! In round number 1, first news story, Anthony Rumble Johnson has been arrested just 1 day after his return from a 4-year hiatus from the cage. This is 1 day after knocking out Jose Augusto Azevedo Barras in the second round of Bellator 258. Rumble was arrested in Connecticut. According to a report from Greenwich Daily Voice, Johnson was taken into custody by New Canaan, Connecticut police and charged with identity theft, receipt from the illegal use of a credit card, and cited for spending less than $500 on a revoked payment card. The charges stem from a complaint made by an area resident whose credit card was used without permission to purchase a round-trip ticket from Newark to Fort Lauderdale in November of 2019. Authorities then obtained a warrant for Johnson, who was allegedly the passenger on that illegally purchased flight. New Canaan police located Johnson at the Mohegan Sun Casino and transported him back to headquarters, where he was released on a $500 bond. He is scheduled to make a court appearance later this month to respond to the charges. Johnson is currently residing in Deerfield, Florida. Us MMA fans hope that this is not true. Always innocent until proven guilty, and we hope that this does not upend his fight with Vadim Nemkov in the next round of the Bellator 205-pound Grand Prix, which is scheduled to happen in July. Next bit of news, a lot of us were sad to see Donald Cerrone go down the way he did this last week against Alex Morono. Donald Cerrone had said he does not want his legacy to end like that, and he plans to fight again. We've all been waiting, though, for Dana White's statement, and here it is. He said, Cowboy again steps up. Diego falls out of the fight. He steps up and takes a last-minute replacement, co-main event. What he wants to do, he accepted the Diego fight because they both said they would fight at 170, White said. He wants to move down to 155 and get another fight, and I'm going to let him do that. We all love watching Donald Cowboy Cerrone fight inside the cage, but I think we also all want him to retire with his faculties intact. A much anticipated fight that was canceled from this last card. Many fights were canceled this last card, but female fan favorites Amanda Hebus and Angela Hill will be rebooked for UFC Fight Night 189 on June 5th. Angela Hill is coming off of a unanimous decision win against Ashley Yoder. Amanda Hebus is coming off of being finished by Marina Rodriguez, who of course is now in the title picture after winning this last week's main event against Michelle the Karate Hottie Watterson. Fights very rarely get overturned in boxing or MMA, but there was a lot of controversy after last week's PFL between Fabricio Werdum and Hanan Fakhra. Fabricio Werdum had looked like he was on his way to a submission victory as he locked in a triangle choke and an armbar simultaneously. It looked like Hanan was about to go out from the triangle choke as he appeared to tap on the back of Werdum's head. Werdum let go of the hold. Hanan continued to hammer fist Fabricio Werdum until the referee stopped the fight. The PFL sent all video to the New Jersey Athletic Commission, who in turn overturned this fight. Now, what it means for their standings in the PFL playoffs is both fighters are much less likely to make the playoffs now, being that each fighter will be given 1 point, which is generally the amount given for a draw. In round number 5, 5 fighters have been cut from the UFC. Ultimate Fighting Championship has parted way with 5 fighters, including Luke Saunders and Anthony Burchak. In addition to those two, Elon Cruz, Jordan Griffin, and Ray Rodriguez are no longer in the Las Vegas-based promotions roster. This was confirmed by MMA Junkie and SureDog. Aaron Bronister of TSN pointed out that none of these athletes were eligible for fan rankings online. The aforementioned departments don't necessarily mean these fighters were cut. It would indicate that their existing contracts expired and they did not receive new deals. Sanders exits the UFC after losing 3 of his last 4 bouts, including a decision defeat against Felipe Colores in his most recent outing at UFC on ESPN 23. He went 3-5 during his promotional tenure. Burchak went 2-5 over 2 separate stints with the organization. During his second go-round, El Toro was finished in back-to-back fights by Ryzen veteran Gustavo Lopez and Tony Gravely. After earning a contract on Season 3 of Dana White's Contender Series, Cruz suffered back-to-back TKO defeats in his first 2 Octagon appearances against Spike Carlisle and Uros Medic. Griffin earned a deal on Season 2 of the Contender Series, but proceeded to lose 4 of 5 promotional outings. Most recently, he dropped a 3-round verdict to Luis Saldano at UFC on ABC2. That is 5 rounds around the world of combat, and now let's look at next week's main card. Guys, Shane Burgos taking on Edson Barbosa. I know the odds were close on that. Almost even, just slightly in favor of Shane Burgos. Caitlin Chukagian taking on Vivian Araujo in the 3 spot. Chukagian a -150 favorite in this one. Beneil Dariush versus Tony Ferguson. Many people, including myself, a little surprised that Tony Ferguson is a slight underdog coming into this fight. Tony is on back-to-back losses, however. Of course, Tony Ferguson had one of the longest streaks in the lightweight division history, being crowned the interim champion twice and having a fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov fall out multiple times. Then in the main event of the evening, longtime UFC veteran and now rising prospect, I guess, Charles Oliveira will fight former Bellator veteran and Bellator champion Michael Chandler for the vacant lightweight title. 5 rounds for the vacant 155-pound title, which Khabib Nurmagomedov vacated after retiring. Dustin Poirier is expected to challenge for this title if he wins the 3rd fight with Conor McGregor. No word on if Conor McGregor would be interested in this title shot should he win the bout. And that concludes our first episode of the main event. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think about all of these topics down there in the comments, guys. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future shows. And as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses next time.